Hello there, and welcome to a special video. I don't know. Well, this one really doesn't have a label, but today we are predicting Season 2 of The Mandalorian. We're going to go episode by episode, arc by arc, and we're going to tell you everything that's going to happen from every line to every... No, I'm just kidding. But...
we're going to have to predict every new establishing shot, like every scene.
Every cinematic score piece, with what key it's in.
We have access to the script.
The archives do exist.
I mean, we're popular enough on YouTube now that we're good friends with John Favreau, and so he let us read the script.
Yeah, Dave Filoni's third cousin's cousin.
Roommated with you
with my sister's best friend
back in 1945.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna predict season 2. What do you think's gonna happen? Who we might see show up, who might not show up, who we think's gonna show up that we think, hey, maybe they won't show up. Also, I have some thoughts on that.
Also, immediately, in case it's not obvious when you clicked on this video, if you haven't watched season 1 yet,
click away. Spoilers.
Yeah. And now that you are gone, those people who haven't seen season 1 are gone. I hope Quill comes back.
Dan, I have some bad news for you.
What? I haven't finished Mando season 1.
He's gonna come back.
Oh hell yeah!
No.
Oh hell yeah!
It is sad that Quill will not have IG-11 or Quill. Did I say that wrong?
That Quill won't have IG-11 or Quill.
Yeah.
No, he has both of them.
Professional podcaster right here.
We're professional podcasters. We're kind of just jumping into this one. Yeah. Or at least I am. I don't know what the fuck. You're the one who has all the notes.
Yeah. So, Dan.
I don't got shit. I just look at Audacity.
What do you think's going to happen in season 2?
Guns.
I hope so.
Yeah. Like, are you going to be a little bit more specific, or is that just...
No, is there anything that just lingers in your mind, just constantly can't stop thinking about season 2? Like, is there a certain thing that you're just like... Well, I have a lot of stuff to go through, but I'm just wondering, like,
Moff Gideon versus presumably Ahsoka with a lightsaber, with him with the darksaber.
That'd be cool.
That is like the main thing that I'm immediately like, oh man, I really hope it happens.
Do you think it's gonna happen though?
Yeah, I really do. There's no way they're gonna tease him having the darksaber
and him not fight anybody,
and him not fight with it. Yeah. Even if he just fights Mando with it.
Right, yeah.
And, Mando's more just, kind of defensive, but still, using his gadgets and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would be cool? If, I'm not sure if this would happen. It'll happen if Sabine shows up, I would think. If Mando could get, the little shield on his gauntlet that Sabine had.
Oh, like Sabine had, yeah.
Because he has a Mandalorian Vabrance or whatever the fuck they call them. The, gauntlets.
Oh, yeah.
They call it... It has a weird
I don't know
V
the name
name.
to it, yeah.
It has, a V name.
Vibranium, like Captain America's shield.
No. Right? He has one, but his has a flamethrower instead of...
the thing.
Shield, and... He has the physical cord on his, doesn't it?
Yeah, he has
Sabine's had, a laser cord. Or, whatever. She had, an energy, yellow.
Like the thing that was... The cartoon was fighting with that belt thing, like that kind
of
thing.
Yeah. That was what Sabine had. She used it to pick up the darksaber when her and Kanan were training. Mm-hmm. It was, a whip thing.
Yeah.
But... So, clearly they have different, attachments you can put on their wrist braces. But I kind of like the little shield.
Yeah. I like his flamethrower, though. I like how horny he is for it.
He can probably have... both.
I don't like it, a little rotating thing. You just
or just get another gauntlet.
Yeah,
have the shield on one gauntlet, flamethrower on the other. Yeah, I do love how much he uses the. Yeah,
he was horny as fuck for that flamethrower in season 1. I mean, he was just all about it.
I mean, so am I. I'm a pyro.
Yeah. So okay, see, that's a good jumping off point from something on my list, Dan. Ahsoka versus Moff Gideon, and just in general lightsaber fights. Because it was heavily rumored that we will have multiple lightsaber fights.
That is what I find really interesting.
In season 2. Obviously, the most practical and most likely one is Gideon versus Ahsoka, right?
Uh-huh.
But because there's no Inquisitors left, there's no a lot of
The Empire's gone. Yeah, there's no Inquisitor.
There's not a lot of dark side Force users we would know about other than Gideon with the Darksaber.
And he's not a Force user.
Yeah.
That we know of.
I think the most likely one, obviously, is Ahsoka versus Gideon.
Well, yeah.
Other options...
Isn't it crazy that that at this point in time in the series, the Inquisitors have been gone for like 8 years?
Yeah, that's wild.
Or however long it...
15, maybe?
No, because they were gone before... Or actually, yeah, maybe.
Before episode 4, right?
They were gone before Scarif, so yeah.
But... Luke.
Who would play him?
Sebastian Stan.
Does he look like Hamill or
That's
something?
what people say. I don't know if I fully support that. He's most known as Bucky in the MCU. People say he looks like Mark Hamill a lot.
I only know him as Bucky, so
yeah.
I only know him with like the really long hairs.
That's a possibility, but I don't think that's just an extra step too far for this series this early.
Yeah, and I feel like if we're gonna see Luke in the in-between, it'll be more of stuff like in comics and in like animated stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like live action is kind of tricky.
Especially, I don't want them to recast him really anyway.
Yeah.
I'd rather see it, but he can always come back and voice act, because he's so good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like if we see Luke more in between, it'll be like in animated stuff.
Yeah.
Mando, I feel like probably not. I feel like they'll obviously probably someone will mention Luke.
Yeah.
But
as like, because obviously Ahsoka's the most obviously. Well, we'll talk about that later actually, but yeah, Ezra.
I don't want Ezra to show up.
Yeah, I don't want him to show up until we find him.
Yeah, I don't want him. I want the next time we see Ezra to be when we find him.
Mm-hmm. Are there any Jedi that we know of? Because we know, based on the trailer and based on last season, they're going to bring Baby Yoda to the Jedi.
Luke's students, maybe? Like, maybe they'll give character to one of Luke's students.
Yeah. Jason?
Jason's still 5 years old right now.
That's fair.
Unless Mando Season 2 has a time skip.
Yeah, that's true.
If it has a time skip, but even then, it would need to be a long time skip.
Yeah.
It would need to be like a 13-year time skip for Jason to really be able to do much. Because he was born... Actually, no. No, actually, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of... Ben is 5. Jason would be, Jason would be like 8 or 9.
Yeah,
I think
Ben would be 5. Yeah,
Ben is 5.
Jason would
be 8 then, because he was born. Because episode 4,
he'd be like maybe 10.
Because episode 4 is 3 years before Return of the Jedi.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't remember exactly when Rebels takes place exactly, but it's before episode 4. So Jason would be like between 8 and 10.
Okay, that checks out. It's weird how there's such like a.
I keep the timeline always like. I feel like we need to get a whiteboard.
I really do.
So we can and just have like the timeline written on it, so we can always keep track of it. Because I always forget like the specific time points for a lot of these things. Like I know them all, but I just have to like actually think about it for a second.
Yeah, do the math.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Jedi really.
No.
It's weird.
They're just the ones that Luke is training. Yeah,
but I feel like there's like has to be more. That like I'm sure there's more like that we don't know of, but like that wouldn't have an impact on us watching this. Without some more development with them.
Well, also, though, the whole point and the way that they've kind of handled a lot of the stuff with this series is that by the time of A New Hope, Obi-Wan and Yoda are the last 2 Jedi. And then by Return of the Jedi, as Yoda's dying, Luke is the only one. That is, like... They've seen... and
Ahsoka.
But Ahsoka's not a Jedi.
Yeah.
That's why she's no longer a Jedi. That's why Ezra's outside of the galaxy right now. Because the whole point is that Luke is the last Jedi in episode 6. So for them to have someone else like survive during that time, I feel like they probably wouldn't do if Filoni's involved. Because he seems to like to keep loyal to that idea that Luke is the only Jedi in Return of the Jedi.
But there could be some that popped up after.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe someone popped up after.
They will all be young though. They could be like old.
Yeah, I'm sure Luke mostly took young though.
Yeah, but I'm sure there are
probably some decently old.
Yeah,
there are probably some at least close to adults.
I would say, do we see Sabine fight? The problem is there's not anyone you can fight other than Moff with the saber. Really.
Yeah, there's no one else that would on
Unless
the
they
dark
introduce
side.
someone, yeah.
But even then, they would have to either, I don't know, have like a leftover like Inquisitor saber or something, or get the dark saber themselves.
Yeah, or find something.
That's what I'm saying. Like find an Inquisitor saber or something.
But hey,
what would actually be cool is if Sabine takes one of like Ahsoka's sabers and fights Gideon for the dark saber.
yeah, that'd be interesting.
That'd be cool to get it back.
Okay, ready for the first official prediction that we're writing down and keeping track of. Ready?
Okay.
Will Din? Never mind. Yeah, will he use the darksaber?
Will Din Djarin use the dark saber?
Yes.
I'm gonna say not this season.
Not the season. He won't get it from him and fight him or use it.
It might. He might. I'm saying. Well, it depends. Are we considering this like fighting with it or just holding it?
He at least swings it at somebody.
Then no, not this season.
It doesn't have to be Gideon. It could be anybody.
No, I think not this season. I think he'll get it in like the season finale.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna say yeah, but I'm gonna.
I don't know who he'd be fighting.
Anybody. Just like
Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off that. Do you think Din actually has this darksaber by the end of the season?
I think he'll get it like in the finale of the season.
I don't think Din ever claims the darksaber as his own. Ever.
But he fights with it?
Yeah, he'll use it once or twice.
Well, I didn't think he was like... I don't mean he was like laying claim to it like to be leader of the Mandos. I just think he was like, gonna get it.
He will never... Oh, he'll get it and use it, but he'll never have it for more than one fight at a time. Like, he won't hold it when he's not using it.
I think he'll have it like how Sabine had it, where she was just kind of holding it while waiting to find a leader.
But you think he'll be trying to find someone to use it by the end of the season?
Provided he finds someone to... Provided he gives Baby Yoda to like Ahsoka or something, then yeah.
He doesn't give it back to Bo-Katan?
I'm going by the logic of like he would need to find someone, assuming, you know, something happened to Bo-Katan as to how she lost it in the first place.
Yeah. But she's supposed to be in the show.
Yeah. But I feel like something happened to her, like...
To lose it, obviously.
To lose it. So yeah. I feel like maybe she either wouldn't want it back because, you know, she lost it in the first place, or, you know, etc.
Actually, you make a compelling point from him possibly being the wielder of it for
I think that'll be the goal of, like, the next season after.
Because...
To find the new leader.
To rebuild the Mandos.
Yeah.
Because...
They can't keep Baby Yoda as a crutch.
Yeah, I think he will be returned to the Jedi by the end of the season.
Yeah. And he'll come back later.
In, like, season 4.
Yeah.
And we might see him in season 3, see what he's up to. It'll be like a
little split, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that then season 3's arc will be finding the new holder of the saber, and Din will have it in the meantime.
And building his own faction.
Yeah. Rebuilding the Mandalorians.
Yeah, because...
That would be my assumption. That makes the most logic to me.
Yeah. Because I mentioned this while we were eating, when we were talking about what we're going to talk about for this. Because the way I see it going as the season goes is... They need to find Mandos, right? Mm-hmm. They say in the most recent first special look thingy, which was highly disappointing. I don't remember that. Yeah, he's like, we got to find some Mandalorians. So I think they find Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan puts them in touch with Ahsoka.
Yeah, I could see
that. Who can put them in touch with Hera, who can put them in touch with Luke. Not in this season, obviously. That's just the line of how it would go. But I think that's how Ahsoka gets involved. She's the tie-in between the Jedi and the Mandalorians. She's like the in-between. Like, no problems will be caused. Like,
I mean, she really is.
People on both sides trust her. Yeah. Like, she's the key to them getting Baby Yoda.
It's hard to say if the Jedi trust her.
Bo or Ahsoka?
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Because as far as we know, none of the Jedi at this point in time have even met Ahsoka.
Yeah, because if we presume it's Luke and just a bunch of young people.
Yeah.
But Hera probably knows Luke.
Presumably, assuming he came.
But she knows Leia and Han, based on the
Force of
Destiny when she brought supplies to Hera.
And also assuming that Luke came to train Jason.
Yeah, that's the most interesting thing still. Like, where's he at in all of this?
Yeah, it's sad to think that he probably is
dead.
Because unless he escaped.
I hope he's not a Knight of Ren. But no, the Knights of Ren weren't his old students.
No, they weren't.
So he's either...
Though, but
he probably escaped.
I know this isn't related to Mando, but they do say in the movie that he took some of the students with him when he left.
Okay, but they weren't the Knights of Ren, though.
They weren't the Knights of Ren, but they do say he took the ones who wanted to come with him. I don't think we've ever found out what happened to them. I assume they died.
Or got away, or maybe, like, I don't know.
I assume they were, like, training partners and he just killed them.
Yeah. I guess he letting him go, though. Because he wasn't, like, purely evil at that point.
Well, I would say when he first turns, I could see him, like, having, like, his little Anakin rampage.
Yeah.
And just having no mercy for anyone.
Yeah.
It all depends. But regardless, that's not related to Mando. At least not yet.
Only tangentially.
But, maybe season 5 Mando when we're 30 years.
Because I'm trying to think of back to the lightsaber thing. Like, we were not going to see Snoke in the show, are we?
I don't think so. We might hear about the First Order.
Or, like, legends of something going down in the unknown regions.
Yeah, but this is mostly Imperial remnants, not First Order.
That's why I'm fascinated with the multiple lightsaber things.
Which is funny, because they are both Imperial remnants, but...
Yeah.
Gideon's is very clearly, like, segmented away. Mm-hmm. It's one thing that I like that Squadron shows a lot, actually. This isn't really a spoiler or anything, but, like, they show through the Imperial side, when you play through the Squadron story, that the Empire after Palpatine fell is very segmented.
It's like they have their own factions,
they're all going, like, independently. Like, we see in Battlefront 2, there's the ones that follow the Palpatine robots. And do the Inferno Initiative. Then there's, like, the biggest one, which is, like, Ray Sloane's people. She rallies, like, most of them, I'm sure, to her. And then there are the ones that escape to the unknown regions and become the First Order. Mm-hmm. So there's, like, a whole bunch of, like, little... And then, of course, there are, like, even smaller pockets, like, everywhere.
Yeah.
So, like, the Empire's super segmented, and Gideon's is clearly different from the one that became the First Order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I feel like we'll at least hear... I'm sure there will at least be a throwaway mention of something brewing with the First Order. But I don't think we'll see anything.
Do you think... Okay, so...
Because I also think it's too early for the First Order.
Yeah, I don't think we're...
Unless there's a
I don't
time
think
skip.
we're going to see them in the show at all, honestly.
Yeah. So maybe, like, near the end.
Do you think this is going to lead to a Jedi... Mandalorian war, maybe?
I don't think so.
I don't think there's
neither
time
side
for that.
are big enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's not enough time for it.
Or do you think they, like, take it... Like, I think what could happen is... Well, it doesn't...
If they're going to cover a Mando Jedi war, they're going to cover the old one.
Yeah.
When there were many on each side.
Does that be cool, though, if there was something with the Mando and the Jedi? But like I said, there's not a lot of either of them. And... But what is Din Djarin then after Baby Yoda? Like, he finds
rebuild
the Jedi,
the Mandos.
Rebuild the Mandos. Okay.
And get rid of Gideon's forces.
Yeah. Do you think... Okay.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think he'll have the Darksaber at the end of the season, because it's setting up him helping to rebuild the Mandos.
Do you think Gideon's...
What if it culminates in them, like, retaking Mandalore?
That'd be cool.
Like, way in the future, obviously. Like, season 4 or whatever.
I think this is building to, like, a Jedi Mandalorian, like, alliance.
I could see that.
But, like, I don't know how that plays into, like...
Since Luke's Jedi are destroyed.
Since what happened... There's no Jedi. Like, they get destroyed. Like, whereas Baby Yoda during the sequel trilogy, like, where all the... Like, what's happened.
And Rey
like,
doesn't know anything that happened to Luke's Jedi, so it's not like that alliance would mean much anymore.
I don't think Ahsoka's necessarily dead just because of the end of Rise, but, like, she's definitely not...
Yeah.
It's interesting. I honestly think Baby Yoda's being used to set up the future of Star Wars.
Yes.
But, like, who's there with him? Like,
yeah. Well, I don't think anybody will be with him when we go to the far, far future.
Yeah.
He's just the connector. So maybe he's then the one who, like, brokers a peace between the Jedi and the Mandalore.
If the Jedi ever fully return, but as of this point, they haven't.
Yeah, I'm saying, theoretically, within 300 years or whatever, whatever point in the future we go to when Baby Yoda's grown up.
I think I get what they're going for now. Because you know how the rumors of Boba? Because Boba's started playing in the show? They're going to build him... Not like he's going to be in an episode or two, but that's what Season 3 is going to be about. Like, Boba maybe feuding with Jin, deciding, like, trying to figure out who the fuck's in charge of these Mandalorians, like...
But Boba's not a Mando.
But he thinks he is. He's going to be problematic.
Also, he might I don't think it's still either confirmed one way or another if Boba and Jango
But he
were
claims
Mandos.
that culture as his own, let's say,
Yes.
right?
He, at the very least, he's culturally appropriating.
Yeah, at the very least, yeah. So, like...
I could see that.
I'm thinking way too much about non-season 2 right now, which we need to probably bring it back into season 2.
Yeah, sorry, everyone.
Yeah, that's just how it happens with this show. We're just talking...
We're thinking of, like, what season 2 is setting up for the future when we haven't even discussed season 2.
Okay, ready?
Let's rein the rails back
Let's rein the rails in. Ready?
Though also, Boba is rumored to show up this season, too, so...
Yeah.
What do you think Boba's purpose is?
Well, there was those rumors of him...
Do you think he's just hunting Baby Yoda?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's the easiest way to tie him in.
But, like, why... Don't people think he's the one who took Fennec around? Fennec Shand or whatever?
I think was her name. Yeah. Yeah, that's what people think.
You think, like, they have a little faction of their own now?
Potentially. I'm sure after Jabba's death, Boba was probably building a team. I mean, we saw in the Clone Wars he can build a team pretty well.
Yeah.
Back in the Clone Wars when he had Aura, Bosk,
Embo. Was he part of that squad? I don't know.
I don't think so. It was
Aura Bosk.
It was Aura, Bosk, Dengar, and Asajj.
Yeah.
Asajj was with them for one mission though.
Yeah.
But like that was like Boba was clearly good at leading bounty hunters even back then. So I feel like he's building a squad to go after the Mando squad. Because maybe he knows that Mando has allies, and so he's building his own to get Baby Yoda.
Okay. Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be.
And that could explain why, like, I lost my train of thought. Like, that could be, like, why Mando could be gathering allies. Considering that he goes back to get, Greef and Kara.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that, and obviously he gets them to go and help protect Baby Yoda while he's going to meet the Jedi.
Yeah. So, do you think he's in the hands of the Jedi by the end of the season, or just in the hands of Ahsoka?
Ooh. Or I think he's in the hands of the Jedi.
You think the final shots of the season is just like Episode 9, they're holding Baby Yoda to Luke?
You mean of Episode 7?
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't throw Baby Yoda over his shoulder.
Hope not. No, he's more positive at this point. Ben hasn't.
That's true. He's still happy guy.
Yeah.
What I really want, the only thing that would make me okay with like them casting someone to play as Luke at this point in time would be if we can get Ahsoka explaining to Luke why the Jedi suck.
Yeah. I want that more than anything, just Ahsoka getting to know Luke. Because do you think Ahsoka knows Luke at this point?
Who knows? At this point in time, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what she did after she fought Vader, and then after the finale, or like, because the finale of Rebels, when she goes to meet with Sabine, is like post Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened in between
that period.
Ezra and Thrawn bolting away and her going to get Sabine. We don't know what happened in the in-between there.
Yeah.
Which is the entire original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where she was. So she might know Luke. She could have sensed him, to be honest. I mean, he's strong enough.
Yeah.
That just his presence could probably give off, like, a signal when he blows up the Death Star.
Yeah, that's possible.
I mean, because that's how Palpatine knew it was Luke. When he blew up the Death Star and used the Force, he was like, oh, that's a Skywalker.
That'd be interesting. Or he senses Leia, and she senses Leia more than Luke. Okay, ready? Official prediction number 2 for this podcast. Official, like, in the books. Hold it against you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Will Sabine be in the show?
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. And then for the next 2, you go first, because I just realized I went first twice in a row.
Yeah, no. But I knew you already talked about Sabine a lot. And I'm very conflicted about Sabine. Because, you know the girl in the trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Who people think might be Sabine?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's Sabine.
Who do you think is it? Just like a new character?
Yeah, I hope so. Because we need more new characters.
Well, yeah, obviously, but it's... There's obviously going to be new characters.
The one reason I'm hesitant about that being Sabine is because of the actress. She's never acted before this role. She's a professional wrestler, which is acting, you're just on playing a character 24/7. But I don't think you trust unless she's. I'm sure she's a good actress.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've seen it with Cara. Like she's not a bad actress. Mm-hmm. She was an MMA fighter. I just don't think you put a character that important in the hands of someone who's never acted on a show or in a movie before.
I mean, unless she really knocked it out of the park in auditions or something.
It could be, which could be interesting, but like, I just don't believe that to be. I think that's possible, but that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard for me.
The thing that always gives me more faith in that regard for like characters from like Rebels and stuff is that Filoni is involved with the show.
Yeah, that's why I said he could have thought he found it and been like, this is it.
Yeah. That's why I think it could be.
I also don't think it looked like Sabine. She seemed to have like Ahsoka, like orangish, like she might be an alien.
I didn't think she had an orangish look.
Yeah, she had like an orangish.
I thought it was just the lighting. At
know.
least that's what it looked like to me. It looked like the lighting.
I won't be surprised if she shows up. But I don't think she might.
I feel like she'd still be with Ahsoka. So if Ahsoka's in this, I feel like Sabine will be.
That's fair. But
and also, I feel like Sabine.
I firmly just don't believe that lady we saw in the trailer is Sabine.
That and also, I feel like Sabine is going to be important to the future of the Mandalorians.
Yeah. I'm probably wrong. I'm just more on the side of like that lady's not Sabine.
Her. Yeah.
Like
I don't necessarily think that lady is her. I just think she will be in the season.
Yeah. I could see it, but if I had to put money on it, I'd say no.
But we're not putting money on it.
Yeah, and I just don't think that lady's Sabine.
Mostly because you could outbet me 3-1, 10-1. I mean,
but yeah, okay. What else? What else we got?
I don't know. You're the one with the fucking list.
So, okay, official prediction time. Then we kind of talked about this a minute ago, but official final answer. Will the child be reunited with the Jedi by the end of the season?
Well, you go first.
I'll say no. Because I think he'll be with Ahsoka or on his way to the Jedi. But actually, this is a tough one. Because I don't think he'll give it until he knows he's in his home. So yeah, no. But this is complicated because, like, you know, Din's is gonna be hard for him to give Baby Yoda up at this point. So, when does he make an agreement with Ahsoka? But like, I'm gonna leave him with you and Sabine, the best of both worlds, and he maybe just never returns to the Jedi, or like because he's gonna have a hard time giving it to someone who's specifically not the Jedi.
Yeah, I feel like yeah. I'm gonna say yes, though.
You say yes.
I agree, though. I don't think he'll give up Baby Yoda until it's a Jedi that he's giving it to, and Ahsoka is not a Jedi.
She is the Jedi.
Not anymore.
She's the only one that matters, though.
But she's not anymore.
I know.
Remember, but she's season 2 of Rebels. I'm no Jedi.
But she's what the Jedi have grown beyond.
But she's not
the future.
But she's not a Jedi, though.
Yeah. Din's
promise is to take Baby Yoda to the Jedi, and Ahsoka is decidedly not a Jedi. We
just get a shot of the final thing of little young Ben Solo holding Baby Yoda.
Still played by Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Playing 5-year-old Ben. Also, I'm sure that's before he went to go and be with Luke.
Right.
No, yeah, because I think in the Kylo comics we see when he goes to be with Luke, and he's like not old, but he's like not a little kid.
Yeah.
He's not a youngling.
He's not a young. Okay, next question.
I could be wrong about that, though.
Or I'm not going to make you predict the name because that's impossible. Will we get his name this season? Will Jin get... Not Jin. Will Din give him a name?
Will Din give Baby Yoda a name?
No, wait, well, that's not the question. The question is, will he get a name?
Will the child get a name?
Yeah.
Well, you first.
I'm going to go yes, obviously. I think we need to at this point, because I think they're kind of tired of the Baby Yoda branding.
I'm going to say no.
No? You don't think we're going to get a name for him?
I mostly just wanted to go the opposite of you.
No.
But also, I legitimately think there is a chance that we won't get a name for him.
Do you think Din names him if we do get a name? Or do you think he waits till the Jedi to give him a name?
No.
Or until they learn more about him? Because obviously there's history with the Yoda name.
It's hard to say just because we know that Din doesn't go by his name.
Yeah.
So I feel like names aren't as super important to him.
That's fair, yeah.
But then again, it is basically his kid, so I don't know if he would want someone else naming him. It's hard to say if he would be the one to name him or not. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
All I know is that it has to start with a Y.
Yoga.
No, Yaddle too.
I like, honestly,
Yennefer,
yeah. Or like
Yokastanu. Yar.
Yatoto.
Makoto
with a Y.
I knew you were just looking around your room. For reference, he was just frantically scanning the walls to find a name.
Yodor.
Yaria. Yonka. That wasn't even
as long as he gets a Tonka trunk, they go with a Yonka.
Well,
they gotta make Tonka canon then.
I also just really want Baby Yoda wearing full Beskar armor.
Honestly, that's why I kind of hope he stays with him. Just for that.
Well, I hope... Wouldn't that be rad if, like, when we go to the far future of Star Wars, if when Baby Yoda's an adult, he's, like, wearing a Beskar chest plate when he's a Jedi?
Yeah.
Or whatever they're called in the future.
That'd be cool. I want to see Baby Yoda in a little Mando outfit. That'd be cute as fuck.
With the flamethrower. Just like Dad.
Okay. Now this is I think will be the funnest one. Then we'll... Yeah, funnest one right here. Ready?
Okay.
Who will show up in the show that's not one of the rumored people who've been cast? Like,
which
Bo-Katan. We're gonna put Sabine in there.
Ahsoka
and Boba / Rex.
Yes.
I'll let you have this one first because...
Yeah. Also, still just side note, I really want... Even if, Fuck, I'm blanking. What's his name? Tamura Morrison. Even if he plays Rex, I really want D. Bradley Baker to voice him.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I feel like we have a few options for this one. A few good ones, at least.
I feel like I know who you're gonna say. But it's also my...
I'm gonna say someone who's not my pick. Just to throw him out there real quick.
I'm gonna say...
Actually, no, they're kind of tied in, so I'm not gonna say that. Just make your pick.
I'm gonna say Iden.
Yeah. I was gonna say Del Meeko.
Yeah, I figured.
He's not my pick, though.
When you said they're kind of tied together, I was like, oh, he's gonna say Del.
Yeah. I kind of want to see them.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So she's your official...
I'm gonna say Iden's my official pick.
Why do you want to see Iden, Dan?
Just because I want to see more of them in, like, the in-between.
And there's more of, like, the rebels learning that they don't know how to fucking run a government.
Yeah,
or run you destroyed an empire, but, like, yeah, you gotta now take care of everybody.
Like, because...
And they just weren't ready for
We've already had a couple of scenes in Mando Season 1 of them talking about how much of a joke the New Republic is. Mm-hmm. And we know that after... Oh, actually, when does the Battlefront 2 campaign take place?
Across from the beginning of...
When does...
From Episode 6 to... No, even before Episode 6 to the end of Episode 8? Or to the beginning of Episode 8?
Hold on, I'm looking up...
Because it ends with... Spoilers for Battlefront 2 campaign. It ends with Iden dying...
Oh yeah, it is just all across
at Gideon
the
Hass,
timeline.
and they send Zay on a mission.
Then we might not see Iden because Mando's 5 years after Empire or after Return of the Jedi.
When does she become?
Would Iden still be Imperial at this point?
No, after the Battle of Jakku. No.
Is this after? Well, I thought. Battle of Jakku was sooner than 5 years after. Yeah, I guess it was. New Republic is around.
It was the same time of Endor.
I thought it was.
Battle of Jakku and Endor tied in. Like
Are they?
Yeah, that's the end of the Republic or the Empire.
When was the Battle of Jakku? No, because one of the final missions. Yeah, the Battle of Jakku happens the same year. Or actually, no, it doesn't. I'm thinking this. It happens 5 ABY, which. Is 2 years after the Battle of Endor.
Yeah, okay.
Because the Battlefront 2 campaign, there is a Battle of Jakku mission.
Yeah.
But it's well after the Endor mission, which is the intro, so they're not directly connected.
Yeah. I thought they were more tied together.
So, but yeah, if it's 2 years after the Battle of Endor, and Iden was on the Rebel side at the Battle of Jakku, so yeah, she'd be a good guy. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure after the Battle of Jakku, Iden and they made it sound like in the DLC missions or whatever the free update missions or whatever.
He meets Luke in one of them, right?
That's in the regular story, but in like the ones that take place after with like the New Republic and shit,
yeah,
they make it sound like as if Del and Iden are just kind of like independent, like not like contractors, but like they're just kind of like roaming.
Well, yeah, that actually kind of lends into them being seen in the show.
That's what I'm saying. I could see them being like even just like a transport for one of Mando's jobs or something, and I could see them getting into like a conversation about how much the New Republic sucks.
Yeah,
because the Corvus, their ship, in those like the whatever they're called, aftermath missions or resurgence missions or whatever they're called.
Aftermath, yeah.
That take place.
Oh no, that's the books.
Yeah, that's the books. I don't remember what the missions are called.
Yeah, it's not important.
That take place during like the later part. They like make it sound like the Corvus has been turned into a like a transport ship. So that could that lends into that too.
Yeah, I like Iden a lot. I just want to see her in live action.
See, again, also another reason why we need a timeline whiteboard, because I had to spend all the time Googling the timeline. It's so hard to keep track.
You ready for my prediction?
Yeah. No, I'm not ready. No one's ready.
Hondo Ohnaka. Because
I think there's a good chance
we
of that
know
too.
He's around during the sequels because of Batu.
Yes.
And
also he wouldn't have died off screen.
Yeah, and I have high reason to believe that he was the one who had Baby Yoda.
Yeah. We talked about this. Where did we talk? We've talked about this.
I don't know if we talked
times.
about this on.
No,
recording.
we have.
We probably have.
Totally have.
But
during like Mando reviews and stuff.
Because
I'm sure.
those pirates look like Hondo's species.
They are his species. They're Weequay.
And so Hondo's involved, like in the scoundrel stuff, especially after the Empire falls. He's probably king of that shit.
He's probably making all the money.
So I think it'd just be like a missed opportunity for him not to show up.
And it would just be such a funny, like, the perfect comedic pairing of Hondo being the wacky one and Mando just being the straight man.
Especially if Ahsoka's there too, and like Sabine, and they see him and they're like, and what if it like leads to them to go all fighting, like them having a hint for, like they're there because they're trying to find Hondo to get a hint for Ezra, and like they're trying to find, like, it's just they all tie together.
It'd be like Mando, like. It would be like, say that Mando already met him before, and he's like, oh, it's Hondo again. And Sabine's like, yeah, I've known him longer. And Ahsoka's like, well, I knew him back in the Clone Wars.
Right. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Hondo's just like, all my oldest friends are here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I just really like the idea of Hondo being the wacky one and Mando just being the straight guy.
Yeah.
Or straight man, whatever it's called. Like the non-comedic one that
they will play together so well.
Yeah, because Mando's so serious.
Okay. We have few final things to predict.
Okay.
We're just going to guess if the 5 main characters live or die.
The 5 main characters?
Yes. So we got Din.
Who's the 5th?
We got Din.
Din, Cara, the child.
Greef. The child.
Din, Cara, Greef, the child.
Moff Gideon.
Oh, and Gideon, you're right.
And then I think we can wrap it up, because I think we covered most things.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we'll end on... So, Din obviously survives.
Yeah, same.
Cara... We'll skip her, but she's interesting.
Yeah.
Greef, Cara... we'll go to the child. The child lives.
Yeah, same.
Okay, Moff Gideon.
I'm going to say lives.
I'm going to say dies. I don't think he's the show's... See, I don't know what their plan with him is. He's not in it enough of season 1 to like be like, oh yeah, he's gonna. I assume he's gonna be in a lot in season 2. But like, is he endgame Mandalorian villain? Like,
I'm not entirely sure about that, but I feel like he's gonna be in here for a while because it's I don't know the actor. I don't know his name.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, that.
Wait, has he set some up season 3 filming? He might have. He's probably gonna live.
And also, like, he's a very good villain actor. I feel like you don't hire him to be your villain unless he's gonna be like a big one.
Yeah. I just wouldn't be surprised if he dies.
I feel like he's gonna like lose the Darksaber and like a limb, but I feel like he's gonna live.
Yeah. Okay.
Personally,
Grief Karga.
these are the two interesting ones. Grief, I'm gonna say dies.
Okay. How?
Shot.
By?
Death Trooper? I don't know.
By like
someone.
by Gideon. Gideon takes him down.
In some action sequence, he'll get shot.
I think he'll...
Or stabbed, maybe, by the Darksaber.
Yeah. I think he lives.
Okay.
I just don't see, like, him as death serving the story in a significant way yet. You know what I mean?
I mean, he is one of the old, like, been around the longest out of most of the characters other than Din.
I don't know. I could see it.
Just going with the vibe, you know? Just going with your gut.
But Kara's
an interesting
because
one.
Kara's the most Kara's one of the most complex characters because the actress is your aunt on Facebook right now, and we just can't like I don't know, man. I see because Kara will live, but she will not be in season 3 of The Mandalorian. Because of the rumors of the Bo-Katan Kara show, Bo-Katan and her are going to become buddies. They're just going to do something.
I'm going to say...
I think she's too interesting of a character to get rid of, but they're having enough problems with the actress. They don't want to soil their bread and butter show.
I'm going to say lives as well. And the reason why I'm going to say lives as well is because didn't all that bullshit start after season 2 was done filming?
Yeah.
I feel like they're not going to just, like, cut together a death scene out of nowhere for her.
Yeah.
So really, we agree on all of these except for Gideon and Grief.
Yeah. I just don't think she'll be in season 3, though.
I'm not sure. I don't think she will either, but I'm not fully committed.
Because I find her character fascinating.
Oh, absolutely. It's just sad that she's your aunt on Facebook.
Yeah.
There's no other way to say that.
For a lot of people, it's ruining the hype for the show. Not for me, but...
Not for us.
Yeah.
Some people give up.
No, they're not giving up. They're doing what they think is best for them, and that's okay.
Absolutely. I just think it's...
We have a better job of separating the actor from the art from the artist, kind of thing. Especially because I don't
want to punish everyone else.
I don't think it's... Yeah, you don't want to punish everyone who works on the show and all the... And it's also that weird thing where it's like... She's not like...
She's not the worst.
She's not the worst, but she's not a good person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's not like... What's the word I'm looking for? Like... Yeah, you know what I mean.
She's not a criminal.
She's not like...
I'm not sure what exact word you're looking for.
Criminal, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, like it's not like...
But she is hurting people, but not in like...
A criminal way.
Like a criminal way, just like...
Not in an illegal way.
As in like just a hateful way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like, I always just default to like... so many other talented people...
I'm not going to ruin Dave Filoni's career because I don't want to watch a show. Yeah, that thing.
Like so many people... put their heart and soul into this. I don't want to punish all of them just
especially
because...
considering she was only in 2 episodes of season, like, 3 episodes?
Yeah, 3 episodes.
She's not, like, a big part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, the only big parts of the show are Baby Yoda and Mando. Everyone else is kind of like, they come and go.
Yeah.
That's
all we need.
I feel like we're going to start getting more, like, stable characters. Although maybe not.
I don't think so.
Based on my predictions, if Grief dies and Kara's gone.
Yeah. Okay, Dan.
I hope the armor is a consistent character.
Any final things you want to predict or say about The Mandalorian Season 2? Other than it comes out October 30th. You can't predict that because it's happening.
I predict it releases on October 30th.
Shit.
So I win.
Here's a real prediction. Do we review every episode on this channel?
No.
I'm saying yes.
We both have jobs that get busy during winter.
Yes. But mine affects the day the most because I work that day. You don't.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm predicting yes. I'm going to try. But yeah, anything else? Any season 2 things you want to see happen?
There's a lot that I want to see happen, but
anything? Any last one? Let's end on a more positive note. What is some cool you want to see?
You go first.
I want to see Ahsoka hold Baby Yoda. That's it. I want them to cuddle. I want them to be best friends. I want him to find his new mom. But not as in a relationship with Din, because no one's good enough for Ahsoka.
And also, Din's woman is on that planet.
He found his love already.
He found his love. I would say I want
to see a new Stormtrooper variant. Is that weird? Like, considering the Empire's gone.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to see a new, like...
It's a little weird, but I could also see it.
Yeah.
Especially considering, I'm sure they all started cracking into, like, Palpatine's labs and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
I want to see more, like...
We saw Inferno Squad torch one of the
people,
labs.
like, modifying it themselves. Like, Sabine would modify her own Mandalorian armor. Them getting, like, each person getting wild. I want, like, a Stormtrooper who's, like, a character. Like Finn was supposed to be.
Ooh.
Yeah, anything else?
Way to end it on a positive.
No.
I feel you.
Is there a Stormtrooper 3?
A new Stormtrooper variant would be cool. I just want more, like, competent Imperials.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the armor. I just want more armor.
Yeah.
We didn't mention the armor.
I mentioned her.
Did you?
Yeah, you were in the middle of talking.
Oh. What? I don't remember that.
That was, like, literally less than a minute ago.
Did you say the armor?
Yeah.
Wow. My bad.
When I was talking about having a more consistent crew.
Yeah, okay.
You started talking, I was like, I hope the armor is part of the crew.
That's what I want.
I would like the armor.
We need more of the armor.
A real thing that I actually really want was what I was talking about earlier. I want Mando to get a second Mandalorian gauntlet and get even more tools.
More armor, yeah.
I want him to just, like, end the series with, like, 20 different tools.
He's
like,
just a transformer.
Like a character in a video game when you get, like, a bunch of different power-ups or, like, a bunch of different equipment that you can use and you're just, like, swapping weapons constantly. That's what I want him to be.
Okay, yeah, that sounds... Yeah.
Whistling birds, flamethrower, whip cord, plasma whip, shield.
He's gonna eventually run out of them whistling birds.
He's probably out after that scene in the trailer of him using them. I'm sure that's the last set of them.
Probably.
I think she only gave him like 2 sets.
Yeah. He could have made more. Who knows?
You need to find Beskar for that shit.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's our predictions for season 2. Tell us what you guys think is going to happen. Tell us what you think of our predictions. Are we wrong? Probably.
We're posting our predictions like pretty much a week before it comes out.
Yeah. So tell us what you think's going to happen. What do you think of our thoughts?
And whatever did happen when you're most likely seeing this.
Yeah. And when you think and yell at us because we are terribly wrong, but be nice about it.
No, you can be mean about it. Just leave a comment. Any comment. Please.
So yeah, until next time. Baby Yoda.
This is the way.